Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. It's already time for a new plan with me, and it's crazy how fast summer has flown by. It's already August, and for me that is the last month of the summer, even though September is like the in-between from summer to fall. But I'm actually so excited for both fall and winter, because I've already planned out every spread for the rest of the year. And I'm so excited for you to see that. Before I start with the actual video, I just wanted to show you a quick flip through from July's spreads. And as you may have seen already, I did turtles. And if you haven't seen that one, please do that now, because I really enjoyed drawing those little turtles every week. And the last pages are still empty because there's still one more week left in July, and I still have the reflection page to do. But I will post those on my art Instagram instead. But that's enough babbling from me. Let's begin with the actual plan with me for August. So for August I decided to do a very suiting theme, and that's a carnival or amusement park theme. Since this summer is a little bit different with coronavirus still lurking around, my workplace couldn't open. I usually work at an amusement park here in Sweden, and it's quite understandable why they couldn't open up this summer, even though it's still sad. Therefore I figured, why not do a carnival theme for my August spreads? I also wanted to challenge myself with something that's a bit more tricky than a simple doodle. And this merry-go-round was a perfect task for me. I drew out the whole thing in pencil beforehand, so that I didn't need to stress about that in front of the camera. But it was actually not that hard. Every month when it's time to plan for a new theme, I always go to Pinterest to search for inspiration. I make these private mood boards with pictures for reference and also quotes that I can look at when it's time to record these plan with me. I find it really helpful, so that's a great tip for you. And I also have a lot of mood boards about bullet journaling that you may find helpful as well, so feel free to give me a follow over at Pinterest. And also make sure to check my art Instagram out. I post a lot of things over there that you don't get to see here, like header tips for your journal, tutorials of how to draw turtles, and also attempts on watercoloring, which may not look the prettiest, but practice makes perfect. Since my turtle theme had pretty subtle darker tones, I wanted something vibrant for August. I contemplated back and forth whether I should do a pastel color scheme or these dark red tones that are more common for carnival themes. So I asked my sister, and we both agreed on this beautiful crimson red color. I really like the look of this red together with the whiteness of the page, and it's something I haven't tried out in my journal before. I tend to go safe with lighter colors because it feels like a mistake is less visible that way, but we gotta live a little, you know. And if you want to see something pastel in the future, please leave a comment down below and let me know that. I have these really cute pink, blue and purple markers that would fit perfectly for that. And as always, all the supplies used in this video is linked down below. For the header I just wrote August in this cursive style with some flourishes that I think fit the theme well. I wrote it with the same Tombow brush pen in crimson red that I colored with. But I don't know, I think Tombos can be a bit tricky to control since they are bigger in size. Do you also have the same problem, or is it only me who needs some more practice? I added some black at the left side of each stroke for some shadowing, and I think that makes the header really pop. Same goes for highlighting with a white gel pen, it gives the letters a sort of dimension to them. Though Tombow brush pens is not the most famous for going well together with gel pens, the white kind of disappears inside of the color, but I think it works here since it looks more natural. For the quote page, I wanted it to kind of look a bit old school Carnival with this font. I also wanted some variation, so I wrote some of the words with my favorite pen for calligraphy, the Tombow Fudonoski brush pen with a hard tip that's so easy to control. I can write with it on any surface without it getting frail. And here I'm just using my Pigma Micron fineliner with a 0.1mm tip. That is great for filling in thin lines. The original quote for this page was on a picture that I found as inspiration for the drawings. I only added life in the beginning, which I think was more suiting. And here you can see that Tombow Fudonoski brush pen that I talked about. It really is a game changer for me since I now can write in any size that I would like. Before I only used a black Tombow dual brush pen, but since it's so big, it can get hard to write small with it. So if you also struggle with that, I would really recommend to invest in a Fudonoski hard tip. For decoration on this page, I drew these pennants and light bulbs at the top. I actually rewatched Downton Abbey recently, when this episode where they go to the carnival in town. And I studied the decorations that they had and saw that they used pennants and lights. So thank you so much Downton Abbey for that, which by the way is one of the best series ever made. I can seriously rewatch it over and over. This month's spread look a little bit different than the last month. I decided to do a smaller calendar because I barely write anything in there. I only use it for looking up dates and what day it is, so I downsized it to one side instead of a whole spread, and also made a little goal section in the bottom where I can write down the things that I want to accomplish for August. This month I really want to focus on my writing, so I will definitely try to fit that in. For the days I used the same font as in the quote earlier, and I really like the look of only writing one letter instead of the whole word. I decided to fill in with a black brush pen instead, because I wanted to fill the whole background with the red later on. Almost as a circus tent, I tried to make it look like that when I planned out this page, but it looked a bit weird, so I decided to do some stripes, which you will see me doing very soon. For the goal section, I wanted to keep it simple, so this rectangular square had to do. I used the same font as before and also the crimson red to tie it all together with the border. I would really like to purchase some washi tapes for my journal, because at the moment I only have like 6 or something rolls, and there is not so much variation in colors or sizes. Therefore you won't see me using any in this video. But if you know a website that ships to Sweden, please let me know that in the comments, because I really want to add onto my collection of washi tapes and other supplies. I added some figure lines to the ends of the calendar and also the ghost box, because I wanted it to pop more through the red background. And I didn't want the background to take over too much, even though I really like the look of the all-colored background. I think this style of the monthly log will be very handy for me in the future, since I don't use it so much. I don't really see the point in that when I can write down all my tasks in the weekly spreads instead. Do you use your monthly log, or are you like me and try to make it fit into one page instead? I think it looks a bit prettier when you do it over a whole spread, but I don't want to waste a page when I don't need it. A new addition to my journal this month is the 1 line a day page that I've seen a lot of at Pinterest. I exchanged my habit tracker to fit this in, because lately I felt more stressed over the habit trackers, and that's not really the point of them. This 1 line everyday page is for you to write down anything that happened during your day, or any thoughts that you had, so that when the month is over you have a little piece of every day on the same page. And I really think that is a cute idea. On the last 2 pages I have my mood tracker and another quote page. Since I got rid of the habit tracker, I still wanted to fill the last page with something, and a quote fit perfectly there. I kept the mood tracker this month pretty simple with these pennants for each of every day of August, and I think it will look really cute when they're all filled in and will go well together with the quote page. And since the 4 emotions worked so well in my last mood tracker, I kept it in this month as well. And hopefully there will be a lot of gold pennants this month. Now on to the last page for this August spread. I decided to draw a circus tent over the quote to get more color in these spreads, and this was so much easier to draw than the merry-go-round, and I really like how it turned out together with the pennants. As you may have noticed, I've barely only used 1 brush pen and a file liner for this month, so it's really easy for you if you want to recreate this yourself. You don't even need a brush pen, you can use a simple marker for both coloring and for calligraphy. And if you decide to actually recreate this, I would really like it if you could post this on your Instagram and tag me in it so I can see. For the quote, I used the Fudenosuke brush pen again and wrote in this cursive font with some flourishes. Is it only me, or do you also feel the need to write out a quote with pencil before you go in with something permanent? I always get so stressed at this point because I don't want to screw the whole page up. But I guess that's the charm with bullet journaling, it doesn't always have to look so perfect. Now it's time to say goodbye for now, and I hope you enjoyed watching me setting up my journal for August and that you may get some inspiration from this as well. Have a nice week, guys, and I will see you in my next video.